Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. I am your host, Azurite Rabbit. So, as of late I've been writing a script about BBC Broly, which I'm gonna be making a video about it soon enough. And that prompted me into watching some DBZ Broly videos, and one of them really caught my eye, and that's what we are going to react to and watch today together. So buckle up your seats, subscribe and ring the bell to not miss any single video because I do Dragon Ball content, and let's just go! So the video in question, it's called Why Z Broly is Better Than Super Broly. Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super by Shock71. As you guys know, I do prefer DBS Broly over Z Broly, but because of my personal bias of loving Gentle Giant.
Which is super controversial, apparently.
To be honest, at this point in time, it's not as controversial as it was two months ago? Well, this is kind of new, but I don't think it's that controversial anymore. The controversy is people always saying who is better than who. This is like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing, like, no,
I like the red one. No, I prefer the blue one. No, I like the...
I mean, dude, there are two Brolys. You can like both. You can like one over the other. It's fine. One does not always have to be better than the other. But I guess it can be controversial.
But I'm gonna speak my mind out anyway, because there's just some things he does correctly, or that movie, or the character does correctly, it just hits the highs that no other movie has been able to hit. It could definitely be improved, and how he was improved in the Super movie, and how
yeah, he's improved, but you could argue that it's not really the same character, you know what I mean? Because despite it having similarities and sharing the same name, one is a little bit different than the other, you know, so that's why a lot of people prefer one over the other, because there's just some characteristics that the reboot didn't really do for them, you know? But let's continue, sorry.
Now, Broly just went and did it, no repercussions, just because...
Yeah, Broly just, he does what he wants, you know? Like, there was a galaxy, I blew it. I want carnage, I want destruction, ruination. Yeah, that's Z Broly in a nutshell.
18 and 18, forget Cell. And then Broly just shows up.
Sorry for like smiling. Broly's hot, okay? Broly's hot, so I see Broly and I smile, okay? I'm sorry if I start smiling randomly, you know why.
Transforms and then just slaps the shit out of all of them. I don't know, he's just like the better version of the Super Saiyan than the rest of them. Like, he literally flexes
yeah.
hard. I think I mentioned...
Not just that, he's considered to be the Saiyan, you know what I mean? Like, he is what every Saiyan, aside maybe from Goku, wants to be, like savage, ruthless, strong. You know, those kind of things, that's what Broly is, you know, and that's what Saiyans used to seek. Now with having Goku and Vegeta, things have been a bit different, but as Saiyans, that's kind of how they want to be portrayed as. And Broly's the like incarnation of it.
Goofy, like, whatever you can do, I can do better. But the motivation of this character is what nearly killed this movie. I love it.
And this is what I'm going to touch on the video that I'm going to make. I'm going to explain this misconception of Broly into a bigger video and how it kind of ruined him. So if you're interested, you know, subscribe to see that video when it comes out. Because this is misinterpreted. What I was going to say, take it with a grain of salt, because it could be misinterpreted.
A lot about this guy, and the fact that he's I love a lot about this guy, and the fact that a major portion of this fan base does and wanted to keep this character alive by redrawings, recreations, having skits and all that.
This is cool. Broly is amazing.
People can't avoid is the plot. Like, why? Like, we gotta answer the big elephant in the room. Why are so many people annoyed by this movie or by Broly? Simply,
as if Bio Broly is awful. But I also dislike Second Coming because it just emphasized the little gripes that I had with the first movie, which is he was not great at telling Broly's story. It just felt that it hammered home the Kakarot crying as being the motive for Broly's insanity, which it's not, but it really made it seem like it, and it pisses me off. But yeah, these two are kinda alike, but one is strategically sad, which is Cell, it is really implied that it's not the same cell. While with Bio Broly, there are some instances that you actually wonder if it's a clone or the real Broly, or like a reincarnation of Broly, because the end of the movie is just... it's weird of Bio Broly, okay? It's just bizarre.
It's because of the crying child backstory. I will not lie to you, this backstory was ass. Despite the only motivation needing to be the desire to fight and to prove he's the strongest.
That's the thing, again, it's a misinterpretation, and I thought, by watching the movie several times and knowing what I know now, it was just poorly written in my opinion, because again, for like 90% of the community, it came across as Broly was angry because of Kakarot cried, not because that Broly as a baby lost a fight, which was the cry, you know, like, who would believe that? You know, if I came to that time and tell people that, it would be like, Azurite, you are crazy. What do you mean Broly lost a fight? They're babies! But yeah, the movie is just really badly written in that regard. They didn't showcase their message as well as they would have liked, you know what I mean? Because the story is pretty cool, like when you know, it's very nice, it's a great concept. But the execution is, oh wow, it's Bio Broly levels, just a big dump.
Which isn't good enough, apparently. I mean, they wanted to go with the plot point of flashbacks. All power to you. But all that build-up...
Oh, that comic is actually quite adorable. Although Broly's not really like this, but he's kind of cute though.
With the plot.
Let's open your mouth.
Oh.
And wow, DBS Broly is not like this. At least I don't see it as this, but this is definitely Z Broly.
Power to you.
This exudes Z Broly energy.
Elements that went to Broly's dad, and make sure he dies by throwing him straight into the comic. That is as bad as you can get, and that's how you clarify that he is the monster here. I mean, I'd like to imagine.
Can you really argue that? Okay, I'm not going to be playing the devil's advocate this side because I love doing it for some reason. But after you've been not really enslaved by your father, but like always oppressed by him, you can understand Broly's grudge a little bit because you feel like you're being used, sort of. You know, it's just. I don't blame Broly at all for destroying Parag.
Good.
Imagine this is like a version of Vegeta and like.
But it's still very ruthless regardless.
Ultimate power, and he's just simply flexing on everybody. There was just so.
Yes, I love him.
With this character, people wanted more, and I will admit, seeing such a good character going to waste, especially with like such a poor backstory, is nearly what killed.
Again, I won't say poor backstory, but poor execution of said story. But yes.
And it's probably.
I think of when I see Broly. Pain, anger, rage, betrayal, hate, sorrow, evil, uncontrolled power.
The origin of most people's hate for him.
Friendship, second chance, love, funny, pet animals, girlfriends, saved by the... Girlfriend? Girlfriends? I mean, if you said girlfriend, I would be like, okay, yeah, maybe there can be a Sheila and Broly plot, of course. But girlfriends? Who are the rest? What? What the rest? The Broly fans? I mean, sure, but you can set up for Z Broly. Z Broly has a lot of female friends who really enjoy him, you know? I mean, it goes both ways.
I mean, there was no build-up, there was no implications.
Yeah, the ending, I don't like the ending. It's just so,
move never to be used again.
Not just that, for me, the ending would have been great if, for example, Goku... Because at the end, you see them going to a pod, right? So they escaped. What I would have liked for the ending of Z Broly to be, they are able to handicap Broly, he's a bit wounded, but they leave Broly there, they don't kill him, they just leave him there, and then they see the Comet Komori coming straight towards the planet, and they're like, oh crap, no, we have to leave right away. Oh, but we didn't defeat Broly yet! Screw that, we have to live. Everyone goes into the pod, okay, then they are able to leave, and then Broly's like, oh, I will not be defeated by you weaklings! you know, and then suddenly he looks at the sky and sees Comet Komori coming towards him. He maybe tries to stop Comet Komori, but because of the fight with Goku and the rest of the gang, he's unable to do the last Ki Blast powerful enough to destroy Comet Komori, and Comet Komori kind of hits Broly. And Broly dies by the Comet Komori, which, by Paragus, he talks a lot about destiny in the movie of Dragon Ball Z Broly. So, you know, Comet Komori was destined to hit the planet that they are in, right? And Broly was destined to fight Goku and probably lose against Goku. So it will be a great ending to have both destinies collide, the planet and Broly's defeat, into his, well, ultimate defeat, or like he was destined to be defeated, you know. For me, probably that ending would have been better. If you guys have any ideas of a better ending, let me know in the comments below. But this is one that I've been liking for a long time now, which is him being destroyed by Comet Komori, because no one can really defeat Broly, you know. So,
I mean, look at the way this guy fights. This guy is flexing on both speed and power and strength. Like, nobody can even get a good shot at Broly. And it doesn't
yep, there's another cool thing, is like, oh wow, that's a shot. Broly was inspired by Trunks. That form that he becomes very buff, he was inspired by that. And what's the problem of that form? Speed. Lack of speed. Big strength, low speed, you know? And the great thing about this is, like, Broly has that kind of body, but it's like, nah, I got speed for days, you're dead, and that's great.
Tits out, muscle popping.
Tits out! Hey! Yay! I like that. Tits out for Broly! Wait, what?
Just erupts from him, especially with that scream and all that. It changes the scenery, like the coloring, and then you get like, it's not even drawn out or anything like that. It's literally, you get the first shot at the Super Saiyan, legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah, basically, for me, it was like Broly ripping himself out was basically him coming out of his shell of oppressed behavior throughout several years. That's my interpretation. It's just Broly finally ripped out of his shell and became who he really is, you know, which is the big Z Broly that we love to this day.
Because the screenwriters were desperate to make a connection between Goku and
Oh wow! Damn, they went in with this comic. Nice.
so they had to pull something. They gave him a backstory, they let him shine for a little bit, so it's not like a complete one-up surprise. Good design, it's completely different from the last one, which
Yes.
points to them for doing that. And great power.
Oh. Sorry, I see Fury Broly or Ikari Broly, whatever you like to call him, and I love it. Okay, I'm sorry. Just... Ooh.
Love the fact that they still played tribute to how the Super Saiyan is triggered by a great amount of stress or psychological pressure.
Yeah, and when the whole transformation, like I said before, just looks the same as Z Broly, which is a great homage. I just wish that he went not just Super Saiyan, but Legendary, or that the Legendary or full power, whatever they like to call it, on Super. I wish that another emphasis was put on the full power version of Broly, but no, it's just bursts during their fight in that weird purple space thing, and then he becomes full power. I wish there was also another emphasis on that part, but this one, the Super Saiyan, was just, oh, mwah, chef's kiss.
I imagine if you had at least given Broly a new hair color, I guarantee you would have had Super Saiyan Legendary, and then something to match the gods, or like his take on the God Ki or something like that.
That's the thing, it's just the point that I kind of disagree, because they are, again, rebooting Broly, you know what I mean? And I guess they could have had another transformation of Broly, but I think it will be a little bit overdone in my personal opinion, so for me, this doesn't bother me as much. Because I think it will be a little bit overkill.
Godly amount of press that would have come out of it would have been beautiful. But in a weird way, you had to rewrite the Broly story in order to fix
What? Okay. Alright, okay, this is a little bit of a backstab, okay? It's funny, but rude.
Z Broly and fixed all of these elements. I would love to see it, honestly. But yeah, that's enough about me ranting about Z Broly. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'll drop the link. It's a very good video. Now, for discussion, let's see. So, he said in the end that he would have liked just a little bit of a retweaking of the original Broly backstory. Like I said before, I have a different interpretation of the story that some people in the community do not share, or at least not yet. And I think the whole idea is great, but the execution should have been much better. And the thing is, there are some videos in Japanese that are able to make Broly be part of the main plot of our heroes, being Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, and Piccolo. And those videos are really funny, but the problem is it's just a gag joke, you know, it's just a little joke here and there in some videos. But it shows that Broly as a character could work and didn't have to be fully rebooted like Toriyama did in Dragon Ball Super. But the problem is, how would then we make Z Broly into the plot? Because another thing that they want is to milk Broly. So what's the best way to milk Broly and not use a machine? Oh wait, that's a different video. But what's the best way to milk Broly? Well, by making him a present character. So not killing him is the best way to keep him alive and keep milking Broly whenever he shows up. That's great. But how can we make Z Broly part of the plot? I don't know. Because again, Z Broly is just written in such a way that it's very complicated to write the story to make him stay alive. I actually don't know how you could properly make Z Broly part of the plot of your main characters. I mean, unless you make him as a villain like Frieza and he appears from time to time to defeat them. That's the only thing that comes to mind, because again, there's always two options if you want to keep Broly alive. Make them part of the main team, or make him a villain. So I guess if you keep the villain route, things could work. But I kinda would have liked to see those videos coming to fruition and become part of reality. You know what I mean? But let me know in the comments below. I rambled long enough. I understand his points because, again, Z Broly and Super Broly are different from one another. I made a video a while ago about it if you guys want to check it out. I really advise you to, it's a fun video. But that's all for me for today. I hope you guys had fun watching this video and reacting to me. If you have anything to say or opinions to give, feel free to write in the comments down below. I want to thank my members for supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much. If you also want to support me, you can join on the button down below, or you can just subscribe and ring the bell. It also supports me a lot. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all on my next video short or stream, so stay tuned for that content, my friends.